How do you pronounce L and R in English? Hi, my name is Braden Chase, and welcome to the English Hackers Podcast. I've been sick. I wasn't able to post yesterday because I'm pretty sick and my voice is still a little bit scratchy, so I'm sorry about that. But I wanted to share this with you, something that's important as far as pronunciation in English. And it's this question of L versus R. And I've met a lot of people who struggle with this. Some people get it and they understand and it's great. But the majority of people get L versus R and they are completely lost. It's very difficult to distinguish these two sounds. Now you notice on my on the title I have down here it says Part 1. And that's because, hi, how you doing? Chichinha? You'll notice that the difference here, right, that I have with Part 1 is that there's lots of parts to this, right? With L versus R, you don't have just one difference. There's multiple differences between L and R. So we need to talk about those, and I need to do those in separate lessons as we work through each piece. So today we're going to focus mostly on L and make that nice and clear and distinct, and then we'll move on to R and kind of compare the two and move on. But first I want to tell you guys a story of one of my best students, right, years ago. Hi. And she was learning English, right? I was her teacher in class, and I was teaching her for a while. We're in a communication class, we're talking, and she handed in a piece of homework to me, and her name was on it. Her name was Arisa, so it's A-R-I-S-A. I'm like, sweet, A-R-I-S-A, got it. And then a couple days later, she gave me a new piece of homework that said A-L-I-S-A. I'm like, Alyssa? Who's Alyssa? I don't know who that is. Alyssa. I have an Arissa in my class. Who's Alyssa? Right? And I was confused because it was the wrong letters. It was the wrong name. Who is this person? And what had happened was that this particular student, even though she was brilliant, was struggling with L versus R. And it was so hard for her that even spelling, even writing it down was hard for her. And she would mess that up. She would get that wrong too. How do I spell? She could not spell her own name correctly in English, right? That's how hard sometimes this L versus R becomes. So we went through a lot of work with her, and I actually, with myself and a couple other teachers, we did a specialized class with her and a couple people like her. And we took her through this process. And some of that process I'm going to walk you guys through over the next couple of days, teaching this L versus R. So the first thing that we did was, what is L? Okay, first, separate. So L is, the important thing with L in English is that your tongue must touch your teeth. So L, right? So the tip of your tongue, right? There we go. Tip of your tongue going this way, right? Up, right behind your teeth. Teeth go right there, okay? So that's the idea of L. So L, okay, turn this way, L, okay? You need to touch your teeth, okay? That's the easiest thing about it. Most languages have some kind of an L sound. Now with English, it's a little bit more relaxed than some. So like in Spanish, for example, it's like El, right? It's a little bit stronger in that way. English is not that kind of an L. It's a lighter kind of L. L, it's softer, okay? And, but the key to it is, your tongue must come forward, and touch your teeth, right? A lot like a D or a T, but with an L, you need to touch your teeth. And with a D and T, you don't touch your teeth, right? So they're kind of similar in that way. But the L comes up and touches the teeth. Now the difference between the R, right? The L, you do touch your teeth. The R, you don't touch your teeth. As a matter of fact, your tongue is nowhere near your teeth. It's a long way away from your teeth. That's one of the big things about it. So if you're making an R sound, right, you need to make sure that your tongue is not touching your teeth. Because if your tongue is touching your teeth, you're not making an R sound, okay? I promise, it's not R, okay? It's important, don't do that. So that's the first tip for today. All right, and that's all I'm going to teach for today, just that distinction clear. But what is L? So L, and then we use that a lot in words like and live and leak and things like that, right? It's used in a lot of different words. And I want to continue the story with, hi, yeah, I'm back. So I want to continue the story with Arisa, right? So she goes from this point of she can't even spell her own name correctly because L and R is so confusing, to after we take her through this process, by the end of the, let's see, I think it was about 6 weeks or so of training and practice, we went through a class that was specialized on L and R, and then after class I was talking to her with a couple other teachers and I said, so what did you think of class today? And she turned and she looked at me and said, I really liked it. With perfect pronunciation. It was, yeah, it's awesome. Okay, and I wanted to share that with you guys so that you could see, right? She started from so far down, right? She had so much difficulty with English. And she went from way down there all the way up to perfect in 6 weeks, right? She can't do anything to she's mastered everything in 6 weeks, right? It was that good. It was awesome. Anyway, so I hope that's helpful for you guys. Today was just about mostly L and then the distinction of R, right? With L, you touch your teeth. With R, you do not touch your teeth. Okay, tomorrow we'll talk about some more distinctions, some more pieces there. And stay tuned for that and we'll put some more things in, okay? Thank you for being here. If you have any more questions about it or if there's something that was confusing, if you want to keep the conversation going, that'd be great. Post down in the comments below and I will respond back to you, answer questions and do other things. If you want me to do a different lesson, if there's something specific you have questions about, post underneath and I will build a lesson right about that just for you. And it'll be good fun. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.